All right, you have got to see this. There's a new AI image editor that has been popping up online, and it is just completely blowing people's minds. You basically give it a picture, you tell it what to change with just a few words, and it does a better job than pretty much anything we've seen before.
It is so good, in fact, that it's kicking up this huge question all over the internet right now. Could this actually be the end of Photoshop? I mean, a full-on replacement for the biggest name in the game?
So what is this thing? Well, the model at the center of all this hype has this weird code name, Nano Banana. And here's the wild part, it's not even officially out yet. No company has stepped up to say, yep, that's ours. The big rumor is that it's a secret project from Google, but right now it's still just this incredibly powerful mystery.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, we'll look at why everyone's calling it a Photoshop killer. Then we'll dive into some mind-blowing examples. After that, I'm going to show you a kind of quirky but free way you can actually try it out for yourself right now. And finally, we'll talk about what this means for the entire future of editing.
So what can this thing really do? Let's get into the good stuff and look at the actual results because, honestly, they're pretty unbelievable.
It really excels in a few key areas that other AIs struggle with. Things like keeping a person looking exactly the same across different images, swapping out people and objects flawlessly, restoring old photos, even editing text that's inside a picture. Let's break these down one by one.
First up, character consistency. And look, this is a huge deal. It's one of the biggest challenges for AI. Making sure a person still looks like the same person when you make big changes to a scene. Nano Banana seems to have just cracked the code.
Okay, just look at this example. We start with an image of 3 women at a bar. The first prompt is super simple. Make them sitting on the billiard table. And bam, there they are. But the incredible part? Look closely. It's the same faces, the same outfits. Then you take that new picture and give it another prompt. Make them now playing billiards. And it does it again. The characters, their clothes, even the feel of the background, it all stays perfectly consistent. That is so hard for an AI to pull off.
All right, next up, how ridiculously easy it is to swap out huge parts of a photo. We're not talking about little touch-ups here. We're talking about completely changing who or what is in an image, just by typing a sentence. And the simplicity is just wild. The prompt was literally, change the lantern to a shotgun. And just like that, it did it. Or let's go back to our bar scene. The prompt was, change the girl in the middle to become a man like Tony Stark. And poof, suddenly Iron Man is hanging out at the bar. It just understands the context and makes it look right.
But this next one, this might be the most jaw-dropping feature of all. Its ability to restore old photos. It doesn't just splash some color on a black and white picture. It feels like it's actually rebuilding it from the ground up, adding detail and clarity you thought was gone forever.
The difference is just night and day. Take this old, blurry, noisy photo of a girl with a balloon, and then look at the after version. It's not just in color, the whole image is sharper. The focus is fixed, the little details just pop. It's like it's breathing new life into a forgotten moment. Truly amazing.
It can even play with text inside an image, which is mind-boggling. Someone took a picture of a billboard in Times Square and just typed in this prompt to change the words. And look at that, it perfectly replaced the ad, matching the lighting, the angle, the perspective, everything. It's seamless. So, by now you've seen what it can do. And I know what you're asking, how can I try this thing? Well, good news. Since it's not officially out, there's a little workaround. It's a bit weird, not gonna lie, but it is free and it does work.
But hold on. First, a really important warning. Please be super careful. There are already scam websites popping up that claim they are Nano Banana. They are not. They are lying to you. Right now, this model isn't just something you can sign up for, so any site claiming that is just trying to trick you.
Okay, so the only legitimate way to get your hands on this right now is through a website called LMArena. You go to lmarena.ai, you pick battle mode, and, this is important, you make sure you toggle on generate images. Then you just upload your photo, type in your prompt, and hit generate. What you'll get are 2 results, side by side, from 2 different anonymous AI models. So why is it called a battle? Because it's a blind test designed to rank AI models. You don't know which model you're getting ahead of time. But here's the key. You have about a 1 in 5 chance, so 20%, that one of those 2 results you get will be from Nano Banana. If you don't get it the first time, you just try again.
So, that's the method. But what's it really like to use? Is it a perfect magic wand every single time? Well, like any AI, not exactly. For instance, someone tried to use it to blend their own headshot into this cool fantasy picture. The promise of the technology is a perfect, seamless edit.
The reality, in this particular case, well, it looked like a pretty terrible cut and paste job. So yeah, it's a great reminder that even though this tool is incredibly powerful, it's not foolproof.
Okay, so even with the occasional weird result, let's just zoom out for a second. What does a tool this powerful actually mean for the future of making stuff? We are talking about a massive shift away from complicated software to just plain English.
And here's the best part, it's not going to be stuck in some clunky battle mode forever. Word on the street is that this technology will soon be built right into an interface that many of us probably already use every day. This kind of power is about to get way, way easier to access.
When you put it into historical context, you see how big of a leap this is. Editing used to be about physical darkrooms and chemicals. Then it became about mastering incredibly complex software like Photoshop with its hundreds of tools. And now we're heading into a future where the main tool you need is just a simple sentence.
Which leaves us with this one final, really fascinating question to chew on. As tools like Nano Banana become common, that huge barrier to creating amazing things just dissolves. So is it possible that the next iconic image, the next viral meme, or maybe even your next creative masterpiece won't be made with a mouse and a keyboard, but with a single, well-written sentence?